The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance. The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance. The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance. The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host Foxtrot, and joining me is my lovely co-host Baba Gusta. As we are here witnessing Division Three. That's right, of Season Three. We are witnessing the final week that will be going down into. But more importantly, right now, it's going to come down to a very fan favorite match, if I may say. Team Clickbait versus Team Sage Empire. Both of these teams very well known, just coming back into our league as well. And just as we happen to talk about them, they do happen to have their own history and their own track record. Anything you have to happen to add to that, Baba Gusta, before we head into the match?
Well, Foxy, to be honest, for Sage Empire and Clickbait, both of these teams, they are not currently in the top of the leaderboards just yet. So, according to the map info that we have, Clickbait currently in the second place, having a total of 9 points, winning 3 matches.
Mhm.
They haven't lost a single match just yet, except it was from Throw Syndicate that they've lost one. So,
That's
if,
right.
however, Clickbait win this match against the opposition team, they'll be in the top of the leaderboard.
Definitely.
Same thing goes to Sage Empire too. I mean, currently they're in total of 3 points in sixth position, having a round conversion
Right.
of -4. So let's just head on in towards the match and check out the ban phase that's been happening in both of those teams, as Thatcher, Maverick, Kaid will be the players who actually the operators who will be banned. Interestingly enough, especially on a map like Clubhouse, you do need to ban the important, operators when it comes to getting, just eliminating those important hard breaches would be a very important one, because it is Clubhouse on a site, especially on sites like cctv, a basement church, where you do require a hibana to open up those hatches. Let's see how it's going to turn out. But first and foremost, let us introduce the rosters on the side of Team Sage Empire. We have Montrosky, Enrico, Electric, Washta, Boomer, and Yala. And on the side of Team Clickbait, we have Teddyoy, Kingslayer, Zam, Noxy, and who's popularly known as Luxia. Short form. So the first site will be on Basement Church. Six pick will come in from Kingslayer as he switches from the Rook to the Smoke.
That's right. The switch up quite close as well. You happen to see that. Once again, it's Clubhouse, so it's very standard of what we expect out of this match. I don't really blame anything new, or rather anything old that'll be coming out instead. We've still got very reliable rosters from both the sides. Very known names. We know exactly what's up. Actually, I do not know who Watch the Boomer is, though. Is it somebody we know from before with the previous possible different name? Is that maybe we'll get that information quickly from the admins. But coming back about Sage Empire, and, just happening to talk about them, able to make it through the qualifiers and into Division Three right now. It's going to be testing waters for them. So far, they've already tested them. In fact, they've had their moment of just coming across teams that you really need to put out the best out there and try and shut them down. So far, Sage Empire have not exactly had the best of seasons, but they're looking to make amends to that. Zam, he's brought out the Legion Noxy on the Valkyrie, and once again, we don't see a huge emphasis in terms of the Intel operators that we see them looking for. It's still a little more map denial, rather plan denial approach to them. We see Kingslayer on the smoke as well, and Ayala has already made his way all the way on the side of Strip Club.
Already making those melee holes being displayed here from Sage Empire. That would be the Ash. Just nearby towards the side, the first floor, those good amount of information being thrown out from the Valkyrie would be able to give some effective kills, unless and until if they caught out by surprise. So talking about their holds here from Clickbait, we do see a total of 4 players who are currently nearby towards the side. We haven't seen any single player who decides to go for a little room towards on first floor kitchen, as we hear the Hibana using her Excaro spells to open up the hatches towards on kitchen. Keep that in mind that since her rework, going for a impact trick nade will be impossible for the defenders to take it out, but still they will try it out. They'll just make sure that they'll be able to waste good amount of time for the attackers to open up the hatch, but they need to control their body as Yala with the first frag, taking out Luxia towards the first floor bar main stairs. That is a very important kill coming in from Sage Empire as the Jaeger has been eliminated. Washed up Boomer, aka the Sledge, will be able to use his hammer to make that vertical lines of sight towards the basement church angle and also towards the hallway of the basement. The Escaro spell is being used yet again to open up those hatches, but here comes the denial yet again from the Legion, which would give much more difficulties. They're losing a lot of time. Nade comes in, Teddy Oi survives and repositions in a different angle. Push comes in and Yala wins that fight yet again, gets a double kill, eliminating Sam, making it a 5v3 situation. Electric so very close from that blue angle. Teddy Oi gets a lot of damage, will be able to down one. Where is the shot from the Zofia? There you go. Electric will be able to shut down the Melusi and also revive the teammate, which leads to a 30 seconds remainder. Only 2 players left on the side of Clickbait. They have the information to via their drones. All they have to do is just push in and get those kills. Hatch, I believe it has been opened for the attackers to make their play as they're slowly gaining their inch towards the side. 10 seconds, 11 seconds left. They will proceed to push down as Electric gets another kill, taking out Kingslayer as it all goes down to Noxy. Nox is going to go down as well from none other than Yala with a total of 3 kills in the first round, as Sage Empire will be the one to win in Basement Church and Arsenal Room. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, we now proceed to round 2, where Clickbait loses their first round of defense in Basement Church, and now they either have an option whether to go back to the same site or go to the different sites, which would be on second floor gym, second floor CCTV. Keep that in mind that there is still a site called first floor bar. It's just that many player doesn't want to pick that side because when it comes to the defender side, it has a higher chances for the attackers to win that specific side. With it, Basement Church will be the side for them yet again. 6 pick will come in from Zan because you do require the Jaeger to at least cancel 1 or 2 utilities which would come in from the attackers, especially the nades which has been thrown. So let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to the prep phase. Clickbait, same site, round 2.
Clickbait looking a little shaky with what Sage Empire happened to bring on board. So, Baba, do you think that Clickbait, just in general, because we saw them have a very dominating qualifier performance, do you think that they may be stumbling against what Sage Empire has brought them into this match? Or was this just a one-off? Was this just the one round that Sage Empire was able to outperform them?
Well, talking about the previous match, Foxy, there is a higher chances where in the first half the defense kind of just disappear out of nowhere, and then in the second half they would just try to get their points back up, equalize the round, and somehow out of nowhere they'll be able to win those round back. So talking about it, Clickbait might have a chance in the second half because most of the matches that we did see Clickbait going up against their opposition team, they always have a little bit of problems dealing in the first half, but they always recover in the second half. So maybe the Clickbait, they're just trying to analyze on what exactly the Sage Empire's game strategy is, so they'll be able to at least eliminate them in the process. And talking about the ban phase here, Foxy, you still see Maverick, Kaid, Thatcher being banned. So these operators are heavily required when it comes to opening up walls, denying any bandit charges or Kaid electroclaws being placed, and also the mute jammers. So the defenders gaining heavy resistance, not being able to open up walls for the attackers would give a lot of difficulty to deal with. So in the second half, maybe Sage Empire, when they are on defense, Clickbait might have a surprise.
For sure. That was quite the answer, Bobby. I was expecting a 2 marks explanation, but I've gotten a 15-mark one. Quite interestingly, so I just wanted to point out the fact that more importantly is that coming out of round 2, I think Clickbait is looking a little more. It's a little better than they were before. Coming off in the first round, Sage Empire was able to get the better of them with positions like this. Oh boy, watched a Boomer with that roam clear. He's gotten the first frag, that Zam taken off. He's looking for the second one, but does he know there is one more? Oh boy, what a shot, the Sledge. What a roam clear. 1 man, no drones, 1 HP left. He's gotten 2 kills with the SMG-11, down and dusted. That's really good roam clear. I'm not sure if his team will be putting more emphasis on that, because he's potentially put his team in the winning position already. Very low on HP, not the best of gunfights you want to take with that kind of HP disadvantage for yourselves, but most definitely it's going to be a 5 versus 3 for the side of Clickbait to fight against him once again. They've started off to a very rusty one. We've not seen those frag moments come out from the side of the defense yet, and that's just off, when you get to see that from Clickbait.
Well, talking about it with the washed Boomer, who's apparently playing as the sledge, getting those 2 important kills will give them the easier access to get towards the basement. Sure, the hatches has been open, but not to Luxia though. Taking out Electric off the bat, making it a 4v3, make that a 2v3 as Noxy and Luxia gets another kill, taking out Montrosky as it goes down to Yala and the sledge, who is one pushing towards the main hallway. He doesn't have enough amount of time. He needs to get those kills. Noxy doesn't have the perfect information on where exactly the ass location is. Yala is going to get one instant refrag from Luxia. It all goes down to Washed Up Boomer, who is apparently pushing in towards the blue, and he's going to get taken out as well. Ooh, aka Luxia will be the one to get those as pure SMG 11 kills and also give them the win on round 2 Basement Church. As we proceed to round 3, where the site will be on 2nd floor CCTV room. Luxia, impressive use of the SMG 11, holding her a great hold towards on blue room, negating any push happening from the attackers. And also a huge vital problems dealing on the side of Sage Empire when it comes to their execution phase. 2nd floor CCTV will be the site. Round 3 will commence. 1-1 is the scoreline.
Quite the scoreline that we happen to say here on, but more interestingly, what does happen to bring me more information on is that we have a 1-1 scoreline here already, which I was expecting to go on a 2-0 scoreline most possibly, because just the way you happen to see this, Sage Empire was in control of that situation. 5 versus 3, Clickbait came out with better crossfires, came out with better positioning, and that was just it. The side hold was just really well done, and just as we happen to talk about this, it's Clubhouse. So you come out on maps like these. We've gotten to see the defense bring out the better, and that's exactly what we got to see once again. Team Clickbait not leaving any stone unturned. They're just making sure that everything stays under their control despite that early man count that they happen to lose. It's not something that will be able to set them back. Really good performance of defense coming out from them, but yeah. Sage Empire, my eyes still on them. I'm looking to see what more they have to bring on board, because so far it's been very quick judgment coming in from me. Honestly, we've seen them come out with some good roam clear, but that has just been it. One man on the duty. I wouldn't really say it's the best of roam clears. Coming back to round 3, let's see what they have to offer.
Well, let us see what Team Sage Empire have this time on the side of 2nd floor CCTV. Still have those hard breaches. Montrosky with the ace, Enrico with the Hibana's Excaros pellets. It will be very difficult though, because there is one particular defender who decides to keep up the aggression. That would be the Mozzie towards the blue stairs, but he is being hunted. Yala patiently waiting, and he's gonna get taken out immediately. Yala with some great patience and also huge vital when it comes to making those good positioning, will be able to eliminate one. That's a huge kill, as the Mozzie with his with the P10 Roni and also the C4 will be eliminated, giving them the access towards on the entire section of basement and also on the 1st floor blue room. They just have to get their main focus towards the 2nd floor CCTV. There is one particular player, that would be Teddy Oy, who is holding towards that specific room of the garage. We do see the impact nades being made to make those lines of sights to make sure that the bandit wouldn't go for that trick, so that the attackers will successfully open up the CCTV room. Now the rest of the 2 attackers though are slowly progressing towards the 2nd floor bedroom, so that they'll be able to open up the construction wall and go for that split push. Luxia, a very dangerous angle that he's holding though. He's just trying to find out exactly where the Sophia's location is, be able to eliminate him. But sad to say, the attackers on the side of Sage Empire, though, they are losing a lot of time here. 1 minute left. Clickbait haven't lost or made any response just yet. They still have their C4, their smoke gas canisters, but here comes a drop yet again. It's going to be Teddy Oy eliminating Electric towards the blue stairs. A very devastating kills, and with it, 40 seconds is on the clock.
That's right, 4 versus 4 right now. The heat is on for both the sides. That aggression was very necessary. Teddy Boy still looking to comment on that. Mutiala, he's not exactly at the best of gunning moments. Zam, meanwhile, he'll make sure he shuts down Washed Up Boomer. Just abandoning this fight, Diaz decides to go all the way back and regroup with his team, but this might just not be the case. Oh boy, what a shot, what a clean shot from Noxy over there. The bandage is coming out to that amazing, beautiful long-range shot, and now we have 10 seconds left. And Enrico and Yala, the only ones left alive to possibly make any change to this outcome of the match. They won't be able to. Clickbait will get round 3 on board, and that will be the second round for them to put themselves up on the advantage. We'll be taking a quick look at that in the instant replay, and also just a quick light that we have to shed on this. Clickbait, they've come out with a very rusty start. Even in the second round, they did not look great. Their roam was absolutely amounting to nothing, but they still were able to push and just tear their way back through them. And Sage Empire, I think at this point they're not able to just not able to work in cohesion together to try and shut down Clickbait, because just as you happen to see Clickbait as a team, you cannot be taking those 1v1s in positions that they really matter a lot with the time being so sensitive. You've got to make sure you at least bring out a rather uneven fight, a one-sided fight, possibly take 2-on-1 and try and isolate the side of the defense and just approach it a little quicker. Sage Empire, they've been a little more focused towards the objective, that they're not able to see that Clickbait is just taking the advantage of them on the man count, just like that. Maybe they'll be making amends to that. We'll be headed to round 4. Let's see what it happens to unfold.
I mean, talking about Sage Empire, though, I do have to appreciate the way how they eliminate those roamers. Just like we did see in the previous round, though, eliminating Mozzie, while we did see Yala slowly pushing towards those blue stairs. They did get that man advantage, though, but when it comes to getting control on towards the site, even with Zofia using her impact nades to eliminate those bandit charges, they did not, however, succeed in opening those walls, which would give Clickbait yet another win on towards the second floor CCTV. Now the site will be on second floor gym, with Zam picking the Goyo and Kingslayer, who did take some vital damage. It's mainly because of Luxia's super shorty, the secondary one. He was trying to making some footholds, and when he was trying to make that footholds, he did dealt some major damage to the Jaeger. So that's the main reason why he has reduced his HP. Interestingly enough, we do see a total of 2 ADSs being placed towards the bedroom hallway. Noxy, not sure that it is a good idea. It would be better to just go for hold F to remove those barricades, so that Castle will be able to equip back the barricade. But I do know what he's thinking about. He's just trying to count it for a total of 10, so that at the time where he melees the last time, the Castle barricade will immediately be opened to make that surprise attack. Although the attackers, though, if they do see that melee holes being made, through the drones, will be able to try to take care of that situation immediately. Electric, on the other hand, tries to gain some line of sight and also some entryway towards the second floor CCTV using the help of his secondary shotgun. Now, keep that in mind that they don't have the sledge with a total of 2 frag grenades. Instead, they have the Jackal with the Inox scanner and a smoke grenade. So there might be a higher possibility to go for a smoke plant. Ibana with the Rex Kairos Palace will be used to open up the walls towards this CCTV, and Zam is prepped and ready with the C4, waiting for the logistic patch to open. There comes 2 frags from Teddy Oy and CCTV, taking out Electric and Washed Up Boomer. But unfortunately, he's going to get wall banged from none other than Hibana's Type 89 Edrico, shutting the main player on the side of Clickbait down, which would give them the access on CCTV, but the damage is done. Kingslayer still holding the angle, but loses the gunfight against the Yala, making it a 3v3 situation. Things are not looking too well here for Team Clickbait. Even with Teddy Oy getting those 2 important kills, the attackers have one step ahead. They have control of construction. They just need to push in towards the site and go for the plant. They still have 3 smoke grenades to cope up with, even with Yala still holding that hatch towards on second floor gym. It's going to be a matter of time where the attackers make their play.
That's right. This is going to be the time. There's going to be the moment to shine. In fact, we've got 40 seconds left, and This is exactly what it boils down to. Zam holding on from the side of logistics. We've got the push coming in any moment now from the side of the attackers. Yala making his way all the way towards main stairs. We're still looking to that 20-second mark to make the push. This might not end well, not fare well for the side of the attackers right now. Zam in a very bad spot. He's got to stay alive, and that's why he's just going to move back. He's still not got Enrico making the push. There you go. The flashes are coming out. 10 seconds. He knows he's got to go for this, but his legs are given away, and Zam somehow takes the fall. That's a push-up from Enrico and Montrosky. They're on site. It's suddenly a 1 versus 3. Noxy in a 1 versus 3 that he's got to fight against. There's somebody on main stairs, and that somebody will take the frag. That is Yala, not anybody else. The Ash main for Sage Empire to bring in through the fire and through the flames. Comes in that frag on towards the bandit, and that'll be the Ash to bring Sage Empire back to its glory. It'll be the equalizer as well for them being put on board. Round 4 goes to Sage Empire, and we'll be seeing ourselves head to round 5 with a 2-2 equalized scoreline. We take a quick look at that in the instant replay as well. What a push up towards the end. That 10-second conversion really worked out for Sage Empire. While it looked like the odds were in the favor of their opponents, but hey, that was definitely an amazing round with just pure coordination and the gun skill coming in from the attackers team. We'll be headed to round 5. Let's see what it happens to hold.
Well, with an interesting 6 pick coming.
Oh, okay, all right. I've got to ask you this, Baba Gusta. I meant to ask you this before. Is there a possible ride near you, as in, you know, those rides where you happen to put in coins and then they make, then they happen to, no? All right.
No, like I'm just trying to understand what you're talking about, because there is a nearby circus back at my place. You know, like it has everything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it has everything with the slow circle thing. You know, it's more of like a fun fair, if I like talk about it. I guess it always opens around like in the afternoons and evenings. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not nearby to that vicinity. It's just far away from that. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about.
I just heard something while you happened to cast just before this round, and it sounded so much like that. You know, that it had that circusy feel to it. So I was very confused as to where could that sound be coming out from. That's definitely not your ringtone. So
it was the ambulance. It was the ambulance.
It was an ambulance. Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh my. That sounded like a circus light. I mean, circus thingy though. But hey, weird ambulance sound. Maybe the buzzer has spoiled. You know.
Actually, it might not be an ambulance, because you know, like you have this car. Whenever you try to go to reverse mode, there is that kind of fuel that goes into it, right? Maybe that's the thing that you.
Maybe it's just the ice cream machine.
Or might be the ambulance's siren sound. Who knows? It's just a mixture of both. It's mainly popularly used back at my place. So yeah.
Definitely, it might have been the ice cream machine as well. Honestly, it could have been anyone. And speaking of could have been anyone, Kingslayer, look at this. Look at this difficult position he found himself, and he's still very adamant on the sticking onto it. He's got all of these attackers closing in on him. He'll not be able to walk away with a single frag as well, and that's just unfortunate. Yala made sure he made quick work of him, but there was so much emphasis on him alone. That was really well done. They still got somebody else to fight against, and Yala takes care of him as well. Yala is definitely turned out to be the answer for the prayers of Sage Empire. He's turned out to have some really good finishing kills, and more importantly, look at that quick sweep with the roam clear, along with working with the Jackal in tandem. Just super quick stuff. Lovely attack. Looks like Sage Empire, they might just be back in the form with the last round they just happened to put on board. What do you think, Baba Gustav? Are we looking at a 3-2, or we are definitely looking at a 3-2, but in whose favor is that going to be?
This might go into the favor of Sage Empire, since they did, however, eliminated the main problems of the Romans. There's only 3 players left on the side of Team Clickbait, and all 3 of those players are in towards the side. 1 towards in tunnel, 1 in Arsenal, and 1 in church. They know what kind of places they're doing to, but that C4 might get one. No, it does not. Electric survives, and so does Yala, getting that triple kill, eliminating Teddy. No boy, Jackal tracking the footprints of Clancy will be able to give so much of difficulties as Yala gets a quad kill, taking out Luxia, but unfortunately Yala gets a shutdown. But in the end, we do see Enrico taking out the Noxy Sage Empire. Oh boy, winning round 5 Basement Church, as Yala will be the one making answers, giving them the win to Sage Empire. As we proceed to round 6, 3-2 is the score line. With the side being on second floor, CCTV yet again, Sage Empire when it comes to eliminating rumors is top notch. The only thing that clickbait needs to do is to either make up a decision here whether they decide to go for an extended roam or just go for a turtle hold, because since they did brought in Jackal, the only counter that will be able to eliminate Jackal is either the mute jammers or maybe a Caviera. Now Caviera, um she's when it comes to the meta, why she's not that powerful at all. But talking about that six pick though from Master Boomer, he's going to switch it up from the Sophia to the Blackbeard. Oh boy, let's see how well it's going to turn out for the team of Sage Empire.
That's exactly what we are here to look out for. But Yara, though, with that quad kill, just coming out so aggressively, is able to get 4 frag. You might have, excuse me, there. You might have been able to get all of the 5 unless that Valkyrie just happened to come around the church wall at the right time. You know, able to take advantage of a situation like that in the refrag position. It could have been the ace for Yala, but hey, Yala is definitely impressed us with the last round coming into place. And just as we happen to talk about it, Sage Empire, they stand on that scoreline. A lot of credit does go to him. He's turned out to have really good kills so far, very impactful ones as well. So just as we happen to go ahead and head into this match, let's see what we happen to unfold and discover more from the following team. So we'll be underway with the action phase. Lakshya, he's not had his moment of shine today. I'm not even sure if this is Lakshya, because I know when Lakshya is in the lobby, he's not had his moment for, you know, just able to perform like that. But maybe he's just missing playing the Ash himself. Maybe the second half happens to unfold a different story. Right now, it's going to be the last round on the first half. Round 6, right now, eyes on it, and that's exactly what we'll be seeing. Come on. A very nice castle strat coming in from the defense, but watch the Boomer takes care of Teddy O a little too early into the round. We've not even hit the 2-minute mark, and we are getting to see Teddy O already taken off the board. That was quick work being done with the Blackbeard into play, and I think that was the objective of bringing out the Blackbeard, just like Baba Goose happened to ponder about it. What exactly is going to serve with this pick? That's exactly the purpose of the Blackbeard. He's able to make quick work of anybody playing on the starting garage, and clickbait, I think, just able to take advantage from their very I would say very bad habit of going for multiple peaks. The side of clickbait, they're just able to fall back and just able to convert useful stuff on it. Oh, Kingslayer noticing there's somebody playing around the corner. He's going to come in with pre-fire, but still that's not enough. Lakshya, though, meanwhile, he'll take up that position, does get a frag, gets refragged right back in. Yala adds up to that. Kingslayer will get shut down. Taxi bottom floor cleared. Now it all comes down to a 2 versus 4 for Zam and Noxy to fight against.
So 3-2. If Sage Empire did wins it out, it will be a 4-2, and the first half will come to an end. But Noxy still staying strong, going for that good amount of peaks. The Blackbeard is going to go for the prone, but not to the C4, in which he's going to go down 3v2. The defender still stays alive. 3v2 is all that it needs for clickbait to win it out, but Yala is going to instantly eliminate one. Noxy goes down, and as it goes down to Sam in a very difficult situation here. Yala is being very dangerous here, playing as the Ash and Monstrosity. Decides to go for the plant. The slow push comes in from the Jaeger. Will be able to eliminate Yala, but post-plant situation's already and sees the head of one. Won't be able to get the shot just quite yet. But he need to make a push. He needs to get those kills. He sees one, doesn't get the opportunity. Missed opportunity yet again from Zam. As he is going back towards the cash room, trying to make a play here. He knows he has the info. The only problem is that they're hidden. They're just waiting for the defenders to make a move. And Electric and Montrosky, both of them are prepped and ready for them to make a move. Pre-fast comes in from both the sides, and it's going to be Electric to get the kill. Zam goes down. Sage Empire will win second floor CCTV site, giving them the win 4-2. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay as we proceed to the second half, round 7, where Sage Empire will be the one on defense. This is where most of the time we see clickbait making their plays in the second half itself. We did get to see that good amount of example there, especially on match 2, where actually in the previous the yesterday's match that we get to see Team Clickbait versus Throw Syndicate on map Consulate, it went 8-7 in the second half, where Team Clickbait were on defense, winning a lot of points, and in the end winning the overtime match point. And as Jack would like to call it, maximum overtime on round 15. What a long match, and also a well deserved one for Team Clickbait. So even with them not being able to cope up in the first half, there's always a way for Team Clickbait to somehow win those specific rounds in the second half. Maybe we might be able to see those plays in these second half itself. So that's that's basically what's going to happen here, unless and until if Sage has something to talk about it, in which they do have a lot. I mean, you still have Yala, Monstrosky, who are one of the most dangerous as well as the high fragging players of them all. And also, how can not forget about Electric with those electrifying plays? So who knows, maybe Sage Empire have studied some Clickbait's strategies, and they're making sure that they'll be able to eliminate Clickbait's strategic moves one by one.
That's for sure. That's exactly what they're looking for. But Sage Empire, man, I've got to give it to them. They've come out with a 4-2 advantage in the first half while they happen to be on attack. That's one hell of a performance. Clickbait, you come out to see them expecting so much from them through the qualifiers, just having such a dominant run. You're not going to see that in Division 3. That's become the trend quite a bit now. Every team that happens to be dominant in qualifiers does not have a good run. And Div 3, I think that's just a course you happen to follow up with. No, I'm just kidding. It's Sage Empire on the better game today. They happen to be on the defense right now, and that means they are looking to secure this match point as well. I don't see Clickbait able to make the push for this, but then again, we've seen Clickbait come out with their attacking rounds, even if it might be a defender favored map. It's still something you've got to just have to take care about. It will be a very bizarre match as we happen to go ahead from here. Already some shots being exchanged. Yeah, she's going to make her way past that little hole that did go unnoticed, but this has been quite the ride for Lakshya. Look at that. The man has taken so much damage and he's done. Not being able to do anything except lose so much HP. He might as well be the next one on the chopping block. Meanwhile, the push from the side of construction has happened a little quickly. This is really good. They've seen this come out from Clickbait before. Very quick attacking runs. And there you go. Kingsley gets one, but he gets refragged right back in. That's from the side. Watch the boomer just for the pre-fire. Is going to get the quick headshot and really good conversions. Electric trying to stick that trick will not work for him. He's just going to have to fall back. We've still got the push coming in from the side of the attack. KDOI and Zam already on the side of gym and bedroom. We've still got somebody on the side of garages. That's going to be Yala. He's holding on the push coming in from outside the garage. That's, of course, Lakshya. He's rotated all the way back. And look at the Zam watching the feet of the Valkyrie. And he happens to take care of her. KDOI is right here. Oh, boy. That is so unfortunate. Trying to go for that kill, but just happened to walk into it. That's C4 kill coming in. Electric well played, but he's got the free fire coming in as well. And this has been quite the round, honestly. We see ourselves with Lakshya in a 1 versus 2 with Electric and Yala, both of them so good on HP. They look very healthy, and Electric will come in with the secure kill as well as a confirmation on the Nox here. This was quite the round, honestly. You happen to see so many funny things pan out in this match. It was a funny round, but hey, it's once again Sage Empire taking this round for themselves. 10 seconds, no defuse, right? Don't see Lakshya making it out of here. And he won't. It's Yala you happen to face. And Yala does not let you walk away with your head attached to your body. There's quite the round coming in from the side of Sage Empire. Once again, like I said, people, they stay 1 round away from match point and will be headed to round 8.
Well, Foxy, if you do try to compare both of the defending strats from Clickbait and Sage Empire, the only difference that you do see from it is that Sage Empire, even with not being able to succeed opening up the important walls of CCTV and construction, they still, however, finds a way to eliminate players one by one. That is finding out the roamers first, then get towards the site and get those kills. The same thing can't be said on Basement Church, though. Yes, there were some problems for the defenders to deal with, especially the Hibana, who was trying to user Excaros pellets to open up the kitchen hatch, but it was getting impact tricked over and over again, which gave a lot of problems for Sage Empire. Even with Sage Empire not being able to open up any hatches or walls, they did get those wins, one way or the other. And if you do see clickbait, though, I mean, just in the attack phase that you get to see on round 7, they did open up the walls on construction. They did open up the wall on second floor CCTV. The only problem is the execution phase. I mean, especially the C4 when Sledge was like, oh no, my time has come. The C4 comes in, he goes down, and he'll be like, oh no, I've made a mistake. So, I mean, these kinds of mistakes that they do on the side of clickbait would be, it would have been better to just make sure to calm down, realize what kind of plays that they're going to make, and then go for the push, get those kills. Electric, especially when he was going for that bandit trick, he tricked the wrong wall, which led the Hibana to open up and successfully opening up one specific wall. Although they made multiple amounts of mistakes, especially when the Hibana decides to push in with the Type 89. She forgot to reload, not even picking up the bearing 9, in which Sage Empire, all they had to do was to eliminate them. Now this time, clickbait with the good use of their drones, be able to eliminate a total of 2 Valkyrie camps, of very important Valkyrie camps coming in from Sage Empire, as Electric has lost sight. Although they haven't eliminated the last camp just yet, maybe it could be towards the side or maybe towards a specific place that we do not know of just yet. And keep that in mind, clickbait eliminated the Valkyries camp without the help of IQ, but with the help of Ping 2.0 system. And with that, the C4 will come in towards the hallway, which will connect near the main stairs. Doesn't go for the connect just yet, but will give a lines of sight to both the attackers as well as the defenders. Electric, not having a C4 would give a lot of problems. But what is that angle that Capcan is playing? He's still playing towards the main stairs, just waiting for the attackers to make their move. The attackers have good amount of information here. All they have to do is to successfully eliminate at least 1 or 2 players. And as we reach to the mid round, they haven't eliminated a single player just yet. The same thing can be said to Sage Empire. A lot of damage being dealt. They haven't eliminated the EDDs just yet, which would give a huge damage for the attackers. Noxy being able to succeed opening up the tunnels, need to be careful of that deployable shield being placed, whereas Montrosky will be the one manning in the deployable shield towards the tunnel. Luxia sees the leg, did deal major damage, but cannot get that perfect kill. That's sad to say. Clickbait, they are losing a lot of time. They need to go for that execute, and that time will be now. Smoke gas canisters being used on the kitchen hatch. The cap can still in blue stairs, not being able to make a sound, but guess what? The attackers have already controlled the side in Arsenal. They're going for the plan. The defenders have exactly no idea what's going on. It's going to be a post-plan situation. Sage Empire is going, what the hell? What just happened there? As the post-plan will come in from the attackers, they need to make a move. They'll be able to take out the Hibana, and so does Yala, getting those 2 important kills. Teddy and Sam goes down, but they had forgot about the tunnel push in which Noxy gets 2, Kingslayer gets the other, as it all goes down to Adrika, who is in towards the kitchen. Luxia misses the opportunity. A barrage of free fire, switching up the SMG-11, and finally, Luxia gets that kill. Edrico goes down. Luxia says potato in all chat. And with it, they'll be able to win Basement Church. Round 8 goes to the side of Clickbait, with a huge question marks being happening on the side of Sage Empire. With the first question, how did that plan go out? Why didn't we get that information? That's because they did eliminated those Valkyrie camps, then they pushed in towards the side and went for the plan. That's exactly what that happened. But taking at the look at the scoreboards there, Yala has a total of 16 kills. My oh my, 16 kills is a lot to be actually talking about. And yeah, oh my goodness, that is a lot to take in. But Basement Church going in the side of Team Clickbait. And yeah, Foxy, what do you have to talk about yourself? Since the match is in
That is
person, yeah, go
that
ahead.
we've gone into a quick pause time of people because we've had a disconnection from Yala coming up, and we don't want the man with that kind of work left out of the lobby. We'll be waiting for him to rejoin quickly enough. But just as we happen to talk about it, while that waiting time happens to get cut short by us talking, will be. I like to talk about 16 frags the man Yala has brought in. These are not just the entry frags that he's been putting on board. It's been some amazing, impactful fragging that he's been doing. even you happen to come down towards the end of the round, Yala is always there to make conversions happen, and that's what we've seen him do time and time and again. But what a very bizarre round coming in from the side of Sage Empire. Just as you happen to talk about it, you see them go into Church and Arsenal, no information whatsoever, not knowing exactly when the plant is going down. That's a very huge misplay coming out. Oh boy, Baba, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, all right, okay.
I just sneezed. I just sneezed.
That's why I happen to keep a sanitizer right beside me. Moments like these, I happen to sneeze quite a bit when we happen to cast. But hey, stuff like that aside, it definitely comes down to what we got to see from the side of Team Clickbait. It was a very well played, a very situational advantage that they happen to take for themselves and just get themselves a nice round. But hey, it was just a nice round. That's all I can say. Good execute, able to read into Sage Empire's weakness, just able to exploit it right away. Clickbait will still stay alive, but this has been a very bizarre match. I happen to say bizarre quite a bit because Clickbait happened to come out so strong in qualifiers, not just from the score lines, but just the teams that they happen to play against, the teams that they happen to be putting down. All of those very decorated, very good teams. We've talked about them quite a bit before. What has happened to them? Or is it just Yala's wrath that they happen to be facing and they're not able to control it? Sage Empire has definitely come out to a very, very interesting start of matches for this tournament, at least towards this season into this week. Clickbait, they're facing the heat right now. Baba, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to get this match for themselves?
Well, Foxy, talking about the stories about here, I mean, even if we actually did talked about Clickbait on how dangerous, performance that they've given in the qualifier phase, and somehow they just, lacking a lot of problems in Div 3. If you do see the other story of it, where Sage Empire did try to be in Division 2, Division 1, and then out of nowhere they've been relegated to Div 3. Now the good thing for Sage Empire, though, they haven't relegated just yet, and I feel like they've understood what they made their
Uh,
mistakes. They've realized that let's make sure that we'll be serious and gets those skills as soon as possible. And talking about their teams from Sage Empire, though, Electric, Yala, Montrosky, these are some good fraggers, especially Montrosky, who always, he's more of like a flex slash support, in which if any problems that they had when it comes to not being able to have any support players as well as flex, Montrosky is always there to give their support for their team. So even with them having good amount of rosters, they're just dealing a bit of problem when it comes to pressure, when it comes to being in a very problematic situation, just like we did see it in the previous round. Valkyrie camps have
all
been
right.
taken out from kitchen and the other stuff. The plant has been gone down on basement arsenal, in which the defenders have absolutely zero idea on what exactly happened at that specific time. And all they had to do was just realize what mistakes that they're making. So talking about Sage Empire, though, having a lot of struggles that they're dealing with right away, Division 2, Division 1, and now they're in Div 3. They're just making sure that they would come back to where exactly they were from, and that is from Div 2, and continue their struggle towards on Div 1 to hopefully make sure that they'll be able to compete against the best of the best, and get those wins as soon as possible. And just like we actually did get to see that example from Yala, getting a total of 16 kills in just 9 rounds. 16 kills in just 9 rounds is not a joke there, ladies and gentlemen. It is a lot, and it is very difficult to get it. Last, the main record that I did remember, I believe, was Dark Lord.
Oh
From
yeah,
Bad Trip Esports, having a total of 24 kills, 6 deaths, I believe. I hope that was the perfect, accurate KDA. Having that many
that's
amount
right.
of kills on map Consulate, I mean, that is the most world record. And maybe Yala might be able to break that record. Who knows? 16 kills. I mean, he's almost on his way, though. 24 kills. He just needs around like around 8 to 9 kills, so that he'll be able to be the one to man the players, so that they'll be able to get those kills. Speaking of
But
which,
Baba Gusta,
mhm,
I happen to think about this. Yala might not be able to break this today because unless, of course, we happen to kick ourselves into maximum overtime, I don't see Yala bringing out plays like that because that's exactly a moment where we saw Dark Lord able to perform. Having so many rounds to give that kind of performance as well. And speaking of performance, let's get back into the match, people. That's right. We'll be underway with the Rios that I think Rios of sorts, at least from your side. I think you guys must feel the same intensity of it, but most definitely. We're back here on the round 9, and more importantly, we're back here witnessing that fight back potential from Clickbait to see if they still have that fight left in them or not. That's exactly what at least I'm here to find out. Coming back to what me and Baba Goose happen to be discussing on, if you could take a quick look at the scoreboard, Aizen, there we go, 16 frags for Yala himself. We've had more than more than enough support coming in from his teammates. Waster, Boomer, Electric, and Enrico have their own moments of just having to help them. They still got rather Noxy and Alexia bringing out frags of their own from the other side of this game, and quite interestingly, so it's been just one person being able to. One person being able to right up dismantle the entirety of the defense right now. That's exactly what we get to see here. Clickbait. Let's see if they'll be able to make a possible amend to that or not. They'll be the ones on attack this time around. 16 kills and counting. Let's see if Yala is looking to find more.
There's only one ADS towards the tunnel, which should give a lot of problems, though, as Steady Eye will proceed to use his Excaros pillars to open up the hatch, while as the sledge will make sure that there won't be any impact tricks. The hatch will succeed, giving them the entryway towards the arsenal room. The only problem is they need to have the access on tunnel so that they'll be able to push in and get those kills. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we do see the Hibana using yet another Excaros pellets to make an access towards the stock hatch. The flashbangs will come in to understand on how many of those ADS are present. It will give them the indication saying that there is only one. Although he still needs to be careful, as there is a specific cooldown in which the attackers needs to make a play at that very exact at the very exact time. Although Luxia actually sees that pixel angle from Electric, though tries to go for the shot, doesn't get the peak just yet. As Luxia, he knows what exactly is happening. He knows that there is an angle here, but just as I was talking about it, the nade, which gets caught off from the Jaeger's ADSs, the timing is what Clickbait is lacking, but when it comes to their positioning-wise, they are absolutely killing it. As Teddy Oi gets his first kill, taking out Waster Boomer, 4v5, Sage Empire is already in big trouble.
That's right, big trouble. That's exactly what they have to climb out of right now. Sage Empire, they're looking a little shaky. They've got Teddy a little low on HP as well, but that's just not enough to work with. Yala making his way back. He's trying to find himself a nice position to play. Rather, he wants to relocate himself and try and bring out something more potent for his team. You've still got gas canisters coming out on side. That's a lot of denial already taken off. And there you go. The Valkyrie being taken care of as well. That's the push-up from Lakshya, and like I talked about, Clickbait is not a team you want to mess with when they happen to be on attack, and here's the cleanup from the smoke and a quick refrag. That's 2 kills that came out quickly enough from Yala and Montrosky to make sure that they keep their team alive and kicking in this match. Noxy making the push, 10 seconds left. The push has got to come out right now. There's a shotgun waiting for him right around that corner, and yes, the shotgun will connect. Another one comes around the corner, Montrosky with the shotgun play, and Enrico on the final frag. Zam will make sure he gets shut down rather. What a play with, oh, what a shot. Oh my God, Enrico, what was that? Great shot coming in from the Jaeger himself. We'll be taking a quick look at that in the instant replay. And Sage Empire claim themselves match point, people. That's right, 6-3. It's this defensive team right now that's on the match point. Let's see if they'll be able to take this away for themselves. 17 kills for Enrico. Is looking for more. Is he already enlisting himself for a possible MVP this season? Let's see, and let's find that out towards the end of it, though. But yeah, my eyes will be on him coming into this match.
So close, yet so far for Clickbait. They did open up the hatches. They did know what kind of angles that they're placing. The only problem was the gunfights, in which Montrosky get those 3 beautiful kills with the shotgun. And also the end from the Jaeger Enrico to get that final kill. What a shot, and also what a play coming in from Sage Empire, as they will be the ones in match point. CCTV side will be the side for Sage Empire, and Clickbait, they need 3 more rounds chance to get back in the fight. Interestingly enough, we do see Luxia with the Dokebi, the calls which will be very difficult though, because they don't have the mute, in which the only counter for the Dokebi is the mute, of course. And without having the nade, there may be a higher chances for the Dokebi to use her call, followed up with the nade to get those chapter nade kills. And talking about Sage Empire, they'll just finish up their last reinforcements towards the garage, in which the Electric and Yala will be doing. As we proceed to the action phase, Sage Empire in match point, washed up Boomer playing as the Valkyrie will be able to place her final Valkyrie camps, which would give Clickbait the ones to make their move. With the attackers already spawned in towards construction, I guess it is a total of three persons of them, which would be the Sophia, the Ash, as well as the Dokebi, who will make her way towards the hatches of logistics. Maybe there's going to be a push towards on second floor gym, then they start progressing towards the construction, open up the hatch, and then go for the plant. We actually did see that example as on round 7 second floor CCTV, where there was a huge mistakes being made from Clickbait. Hopefully this time they are making sure that they won't make those mistakes again twice, and make sure, get those wins as best as possible. Ace is waiting for that confirmation to say that the bandit charge has been destroyed, so they'll be able to make that line of sight towards the CCTV balcony. Although they are dealing a lot of problems there, because this is I talk about, it's going to be Electric who is still going for that bandit trick, as the chef nade will come in. Electric will be dealt good amount of damage here. At least 1 or 2 players should be there to give him some support. And talking about Dokebi, though, he's just prepped and prepared. It's going to be Teddy Oi taking out the first player on the side of Sage Empire. It's going to be the Valkyrie who's going to go down. A very important and a vital kill, as the C4 is one of the C4 has been gone, but they still have 2 more C4s. It's going to be from Yala and Electric. And also, I cannot forget about those 3 total of smoke gas canisters from Montrosky. Calls will come in, and Enrico is in a huge trouble, as Ash's breaching charges will come in, and so does the concussive nades. Flashbangs will come out towards the second floor cash room, and Electric patiently pushing in towards the stock room. He knows that there is Dokebi. He doesn't have the information just yet, but still, this problem still goes to the same for Clickbait as well. They don't have enough amount of time. Bearing 9, she has to reload the gun. 1 minute left. Zam is still towards the stock, but here comes Steady yet again with another kill, eliminating Edrigo towards the CCTV. But that Melusi's Fancy Deterrent will give them yet another refract. Kingslayer gets one. Montrosky gets another with the SMG-11, taking out Kingslayer. But here comes Yala yet again with the double kill, taking out Luxia. What is that knife there from Montrosky? And Yala yet again to get that final kill, as Sage Empire will be the one to win. Round 10, second floor CCTV defense yet again to be crowned as the winners of map Clubhouse, and they'll be the one to get the point against them. The final round, 7-3. Oh boy, what a match that we did get to see, ladies and gentlemen. 7-3, Sage Empire, 20 kills from Yala. Right from there, the man with the MVP with a total of 20 kills right over then and there itself, Foxy.
Well, it's definitely Yala has come out with quite the play. Is taking over the MVP for this match for sure. He might be taking up the MVP for more than the match. Let's see if that will be the case or not. 20 frags on a 7-3 scoreline. It might not be the best of what we've seen so far, but it definitely is a record. That's for sure. We've not seen a 7-3 scoreline come out with one person just able to get 20 frags on board. That's very rare. What happens, Yala? You have our respect. Very good performance from this player, and hopefully we'll be able to catch a quick interview with him on the backstage later. But that being said, we'll be quickly going into the highlights of this match, reliving the moments. That is, of course, just having to take a quick look at this. What we just got to see from both these teams, it was quite the start for Clickbait, rather for Sage Empire, just able to start off strong. I was looking at Clickbait with a little more better approach to what we get to see from them than usual, but we've had quite the change-ups coming in, even in the recent times as well. Live to Kill getting defeated by XTM Esports is still something I face difficulty digesting. 7-1 against L2K. That was a performance, man, for XTM, and I see every other team making that as well now. Sage Empire coming out towards and through qualifiers, not as strong as Clickbait happened to be, but look at them. look at the play that they happened to bring out. Yala was just another level today. He's definitely brought out quite the plays. I'm sure he's feeling really good about it, and he definitely should. He'll be walking away with so much more than just a match victory. He's walking away with a possible record play in this league, for that matter. That is huge, man. You happen to make a record play in this league. That's a lot of players you happen to be just putting aside and able to beat the record, a set one for that matter. But quite the play from Sage Empire. It was more than just what Yala happened to perform. We saw him in good positions. We saw him come out to add so much more value to his team. Just in general, we saw Sage Empire strive for that victory rather than what we saw from Clickbait. They were a little 1+1 on the equation. Right from the side of Sage Empire, I could see everybody working collectively. It was the reason Yala was able to frag like this. It was not just him being at the right place at the right time. It was his teammates allowing him to be at positions like those. That's some good stuff, and that's what I like to see when it comes to a map like this, when it comes to a game like this, and when it comes to a match like this. I think that's my 2 cents on that. Babagusta, anything you happen to have to add about this match that we just got to witness?
Well, first things first, I actually thought that Clickbait might be able to win at least 2 or 3 attack rounds, but unfortunately Sage Empire was very strong on defense too, winning on basement church and second for CCTV, although there was that one round on round 8 where the attackers got a hold of basement arsenal room. The Hibana decides to push in. This was exactly the round where Hibana made her play, going for that plant. Even with Yala trying to eliminate players one by one, they could not, however, manage those final shots. And then did get to see the huge battle between Luxia and Enrico. Huge, the left and right, the panics. But I mean, jokes aside, talking about Clickbait though, they did perform their best. They did when it comes to opening up walls, hatches, they did succeed. But when it comes to gunfights and execution phase, that is what they are lacking of just now. Yes, I do have to agree about the drone outs that which Clickbait do comes. They do need to work out on a few about of drone works from Clickbait. When it comes to Sage Empire on attack, especially Yala, who is always hunting those rumors every single time, you don't have to worry about Sage Empire. Actually, for the defenders, it's just a huge nightmare for them when Sage Empire decides to go in for the plant on the site. All in all, a good performance coming in from both the teams, and also in the end we did get to see Montrosky with the final knife, and Yala getting a total of 20 kills in today's match. What a match we did get to witness here, and this is just the beginning here, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the first match. We still have 2 more matches to go, as D3 Team Sky versus Wolframite. The map will be on Oregon, I believe, according to our admin eyes. And just, season Oregon is going to be the site here, ladies and gentlemen. I just kind of blanked out. I just kind of forgot what exactly happened. But yes, Oregon will be the site. Wolframite Esports versus D3 Team Sky be the one in the second match, Fox.
That's right. That's going to be the match that we happen to come after this. But speaking of which, we've had quite the start, man, for today. I'm looking to see more from Wolframite Esports and more from D3 Team Sky as well. As that'll be it, people. I'm Foxtrot, and this is my co-caster, Baba Gusta, and we'll join you guys right after the short break. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is my co-host and caster, Baba Gusta. How are you doing?
Doing absolutely great, Foxy. And just talking about the previous round, those Age Empire versus Clickbait, what a match that we did get to see on Clubhouse.
That's right.
This time we are back with Wolf from Esports versus D3 Team Sky on map Oregon. Talking
The old
about
Oregon, this map has come out so many times now that I think we've just gotten too adjusted to it. It's just that we walk into a match today. It's most possibly going to be Oregon, and maybe some other map. It's always that probability ratio has definitely shot up quite a bit for Oregon. Looks like all the teams really love this map quite a bit. It definitely is a good map, but not worthy of being played almost every single time. That's all I'm saying. But hey, it'll be a fun match, I'm sure, that we'll be getting to witness, because it's just not about the map. It's more importantly about these teams that we're getting to witness right now. That's right. We'll be going into the ban phase right now, people. Into the match. Wolf from Esports and D3 Team Sky. And Baba Gusta, please walk us through this one.
Well, talking about Wolf from Esports, though, we did know that unfortunately they were relegated in the previous season. Now they did, win the qualifiers phase and back in Div 3. Talking about Season 3, Season 4 registrations are live, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want to head on in solos or squads, make sure to head on into the Esports Club. Link is in the description and join in the competition to be, joining in on the tournament itself. It's going to be an interesting one, though. Registrations are live, so what are you waiting for? Go ahead and join in right away. But for now, let's just focus on the match at hand, as we see a Kaid ban coming in on the side of Wolframide Esports. So Thatcher on attack and Kaid on defense on the side of Wolframide Esports. We're just waiting for the last ban coming in from D3TS Team Sky. It's going to be the Vamai being banned. So with that would be the end of ban phase on map Oregon. And talking about Oregon, though, oh my, what a long journey it's been, Foxy. I mean, I still remember we used to play a lot of map Oregon to try to understand what the strategy is, but it ended up being just it's just ended up being 2 words: ADS destroyed. I mean, what more can I say, though? But anyways, let's just introduce the rosters on the side of Wolframide Esports. We have Hypnotis, Praxnaf, Dhanu, Vergix, and Suv. And on the side of D3TS, we have Rux, the Alpal, Extreme, Acid, and Ringmaster. Side would be on second floor kids with a 6-pick coming in from Extreme as he switches from the Pulse to the Mira. The match will be underway, starting off with the prep phase on map Oregon.
That's right. We've got D3 Team Sky coming out in the defense first, and that's exactly where my eyes are going to be right now. D3 Team Sky, if you could just take a quick look at their standings as well, they still need a lot of work to be put on board. They still need those points to secure themselves, because this is Division 3, people. That's right. Division 3 is, in fact, the most dangerous of divisions out there, because if you happen to be at the bottom towards the end of the season, you get fed to the crocodiles. And just by that, what I mean to say is, you get relegated. That's right, out of the league and into the open qualifiers to make your way through the entirety of, around 60 teams? So that's a huge blowback if you don't want, if you want to make sure that you have a rather consistent run through towards the entirety of the league. So right now, both of these teams looking to put those points on board. That's exactly what will be the priority for both of these teams. But coming back to what I was trying to talk about is, as we happen to see both of these rosters just amazingly good, very potentially good players, it will come down to breaking down to how Oregon is once again being played by them. We've seen Oregon played quite a bit, so I'm sure we're not in for any surprises, but the Mira play is definitely going to change things around for sure. And we'll be heading into this round. And I just keep forgetting what I was trying to imply since the start of this round, honestly. I happened to come around it, but something happens on the screen and somehow my mind just happens to go away with it. So while I try to recollect that, Baba Gusta, any thoughts as we happen to head into the first round? So any early thoughts just from what we've seen from these teams before? This is, of course, the finale. We're coming towards it as well. So it's going to be quite the finish for everybody. And, you might as well end 2020 on a possible good note.
Well, talking about it though, Foxy, to be honest, I have less information on how D3 Team Sky, works out. We do know much more about Wolframite Esports though, so we might be able to try to make some understanding by the first, second rounds itself, try to figure out whether Team Sky has been performing extremely well. Due to which, the fact they did, however, succeeded in qualifying in the phase and entering in Division 3, now they're unfortunately are in a higher chance of being relegated. And talking about it, it's going to be extreme with the Mira, interestingly enough, towards the Goya's Vulcan Shield being placed in the attic to get his first kill, as Danu will be the one being eliminated. Even with the Vulcan Shields being destroyed, Mira is safely returned towards the rotation of kids' dorms, in which Wolframite Esports are now having trouble with the Danu gone. They don't have any other utilities to remove any particular deployable shields or any castle armor panels being placed from the defenders. For Wolframite, they just need to make a play. They need to figure out what kind of plays they're doing. And talking about Rux, though, decided to go for that pre-fire, but unfortunately, he's going to take out his own utility. That would be the ADS being destroyed, which means the life has been much more easier for the attackers to take out that deployable shield. The Alpal, aka the castle, he is still towards the kids' drums, and looks like it's going to be a heavy push towards the attic. What is going on from Wolframite Esports? The heavy push comes in from the attic as the smoke will be used to block line of sight, but that is not a good line of sight. The free fire will come in as if Notice gets one, but he's going to get refragged, and an accidental TK comes in from Praxnas as he eliminates Virgix. Zus gets one, Rux gets the other, Praxnas gets another one, whereas Ringmaster eliminates Zoo. 1v3, 3 seconds left, and he's going to go down from none other than Castle's UMP as T3 scheme Team Sky will win round 1 second floor kids. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, ladies and gentlemen, Wolframite Esports, a failed attempt in pushing in towards the attic. They will now face the Thunder. 0-1 is the scoreline. DTGS will be the one in the lead as we proceed to round 2. Basement laundry and supply room will be the site.
Really loving the wordplay with with Wolframite facing the Thunder because the opposition's name is Team Sky. But yeah, apart from that, coming into round
That was
two,
by
it was
accident, by the way.
that was a good one, honestly.
Thanks, Foxy.
But well, we happen to come into round two. We'll be seeing some variations from what we got to see from Wolframite Esports. Obviously, with the side being different as well. Kids Doms are very I wouldn't say expected because you never know how a match could go. But
Well, you didn't expect it that, no, did you? Huh?
that is definitely not something I expected. The All Paul will make sure he starts off this match with a little more than just a challenge. That hey, it's getting too easy for us. Let's make it a little difficult and start off the Mozzie on a 20 HP disadvantage. Just kidding. That was an accident with the shotgun coming in from the man. But heading into this match, what we're looking for here is if D3 Team Sky is able to keep this advantage for themselves. That's exactly what I'm here to find out. Wolframite Esports, we've seen them come out with very good turnarounds. It was a close round coming back to the last one. Just with that little mess up that they happened to make with the attic push. Everybody's just out there, and the team kill coming in at the wrong time as well. I think Wolframite will have their own time to make amends to those decisions that went wrong. But just from the way we happen to look at things right now, they need to put at least one round on board. D3 Team Sky has no mercy. They'll be looking to push and making that 0-1 into a possible 0-3 as well if they don't try and stop their stunted momentum. Let's see what happened to unfold though.
With the side being on a basement laundry and supply room, we do see the castle already making some lines of sight. Actually, an entryway towards the first floor kitchen. We do see an entry on meeting with the help of some rotations and also towards on the servers. Team Sky making a lot of rotation, and also we might see some heavy roam game coming in from them as well. So Wolframite Esports, they need to be careful though, because there is Rux with the 20 HP remaining still in towards the second floor kids dorm with a lot of disadvantage been coming in. So a lot of challenges. We do see the Ringmaster taking out Praxnaf right from below the meeting hatch. I did not expect it to see that, but Danu needs to be careful though. He needs to push in, he needs to make a play towards the meeting room. He knows that there is one who is still holding towards the meeting hatch. The donut will come in to give him the confirmation as the Ash proceeds to push in. He's still in the kitchen, and Dhanu will gladly take one kill as Extreme goes down towards the kitchen. Now he needs to focus on the mutant, which Ringmaster is having a lot of problems dealing with the drone, but he's going to be prepped and prepared. The prefast will come in, but he's going to lose that gunfight against Dhanu. Double kill goes to him as the Ringmaster goes down. Can he get the third? Yes, he does. Dhanu with the triple kill, taking out the Alibi MX for Storm. And whether it's going to be a 4v2 situation coming in from Team Sky, a very difficult situation here with Rux, who was in towards second floor kid's dome, will be forced to go back downstairs, but this time he's in the hatch. He actually has to see one. He will see one. He will down this ledge, but doesn't get the confirmation just yet. He has the C4. He can use it. He's going to prep it out right away. Does it connect? Yes, it does. He's going to get one kill. 3v2, but the push comes in. It's going to be Dhanu with the quad kill. 3v1. Goes down to the Alpal, the smoke with the ghost, the smoke gas canisters, but unfortunately it's going to be Dhanu with the 8th as Wolf from Esports start off with a bang. Round 2, Basement Laundry goes to them with Dhanu making his own appearance. As we proceed to round 3, let's take a look at it in the instant replay. Round 3 will commence as the site will be on Basement Laundry's bedroom yet again.
Dhanu just single-handedly making the entirety of the round his own personal highlight clip right there. What a display of skill from the man with the ace. 5 kills on board. Just like that, the second round turned out to be very, very good and very well in the favor for the side of Wolfram Esports. And like I talked about this, they are looking to make that push. They are looking to see that their opponents don't take the advantage first hand, and that's exactly what we're getting to see from them. D3 Team Sky are willing to make some changes for themselves as we head ahead. Round 3 is underway. We've got Extreme coming in with his castle placements. The Mozzie pick from Rux. It's this time around though he won't be starting off on the 20 HP. Looks like the Alpal has just decided, all right, that's enough of a challenge. It happened to bite us back. But no, that's just a joke once again. It happened out of a total mistake. There you go. We are getting to see proximity charges coming out from Extreme as well. That's going to be a huge and extensive roam. I don't think this is necessary. You're coming out in the laundry defense. D3 Team Sky, honestly, you come out with such an extensive roam. It becomes all the while more. Let's say it becomes more of a problem in just trying to maintain it. The site is laundry essentially. You're going with reinforcements all the way up top. But I'm really loving this though. I'm really loving the strat that they happen to come up with. It so happens to coincide with a similar one we get to see on Consulate Garage, and sometimes even a version of it on the side of Clubhouse. Both of them happen to be such linear maps, and just with this site in specific, it is a good adaptation. I'll give them that. But it's a lost cause, I think. It'll turn out to be a very spread out of a defense that they just cannot afford to maintain at this point. With not enough manpower on site, it's just going to bite them in the back.
Totally, Foxy. I absolutely do agree on it. Team Sky already losing their first defense as well, right towards on round 2. Basement Church. They are, however, forced to go back to the same side yet again. And with it, with Wolfram Esports, they are trying to get control towards the construction because they do know what the game plan of D3 is. Do see some extended roam, especially from Mozzie, as well as the castle who did place his armor panels towards the security room and also towards the kitchen. So the main focus from Wolfram Esports is to get that access. Hypnotes unaware of where exactly the mute's location is, which is towards the security room, and Dhanu, he's just worried that seeing the hatch has been opened, and he knows that there is one specific player holding that specific angle. Praxnaf will now proceed to get the control on security room, but they haven't opened the barricade just yet. They're just waiting for something in which I have absolutely no idea on what's exactly happening here. Drone watch will come in, not being able to detect Asset's exact location. This would be vital for Team Sky to actually get one kills, and here you go. Ash is instantly gonna go down from none other than Ringmaster with the MP5K. Contest with the other one, deals a huge amount of damage, and so does Ringmaster, but unfortunately he actually gets that kill. Ringmaster with the double kill with the MP5K. Diffuser goes down towards the freezer room as Praxnaf gets the one as well. Taking out Extreme towards the security room will give them the access on towards kitchen, and they don't have to worry about the hatches anymore, although they do need to worry about one of the roamers, and it's going to be Rux, who is slowly pushing in towards the kitchen. He knows there is one try to contest, but he's going to fail against the Zofia 3v3, and Wolfram Esports have secured the man count, but they still have dropped the diffuser towards on freezer, in which Acid is just patiently waiting for the attackers to make their move. The drone work doesn't detect where exactly his location is. Actually, there is. He knows that there is. The alleyway playing also very close. He's just patiently waiting. All they need is a nade, but they don't have any nades here from the attackers. They can only rely upon the flashbangs, but that is not necessary at all. The Buck will be able to get the kill, eliminating Acid, giving them the access towards on the freezer. As it all goes down to the 15-second mark, they need to go for the push. As Ringmaster, the MP5K, yet another triple kill, gets a quad kill from Ringmaster. As it all goes down to Vergix, who is still pushing towards the freezer. Vergix with the double kill, can he get the last? No, he does not. The ace will be denied as Wolfman Esports will win the round 3 basement laundry. Let's take a look at it in the instant replay. My oh my, what a heated match that we have up against, ladies and gentlemen. Wolfman Esports, even with a lot of disadvantage, they will still win it out on basement laundry hold. What a great job coming in from them, and also well played from D3. Ringmaster with the 4K unfortunately did go for the ace. Didn't work out well. As we proceed to the next round, 4 second floor kids dorms will be the site. And let's see how well the team will favors for Team Sky this time. We do see a 6 pick from Extreme as he switches from the Melusi to the Mira. And also, guys, just yeah, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing? So yeah, how are you guys doing? Are you enjoying the matches here, chat?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Anyways, as we proceed to the next round of second floor kids dorms, the round 4 will proceed, and a good attempt coming in from Ringmaster, though I do have to appreciate him, you know, holding that line of sight. Did get a total of 4 kills, almost about to get the ace, but unfortunately got denied. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to round 4. The site will be on second floor kids dorms.
Hey, it was quite the attempt from Ringmaster coming in with the ace. He could have gotten it, just got a little overexcited, I think. That patient play coming in with the shield in position. He had 4 kills just through that same angle. Maybe if he would have stuck with the same angle a little bit more, could have turned out to be a little different from the outcome we just got to see. But on the other hand, great performance from the Bug. Vergix just coming in with that last second kill was so important for Wolf from Esports. That's going to put them 2-1 in this match. Round 4 is underway. We've got Danu already making the push there. You got the Ash just happened to notice the castle barricade. Somehow it happens to give so much more comfortability for the side of the attackers as well. We see them making their way on the side of towers. So this has been quite quick. And Baba, do I call the Zofia SUV or do I call him SUV?
The SUV.
It's turning out to be a very standard case of advertisement. Oh, it looks like Rux is into a fight already. That's going to be Danu though. Danu is not exactly at the best of time after that ace that he happened to find. But hey, his team is still got him taking some damage and just happened to fall back. We've got Vergix making his way inside Armory. This has been quick take once again. Wolf from Esports not wasting even a second, not even one single second given away into taking map control. They know that with the Mira in play, they'll have to be quick with this. They know that they need to employ so much more than you get to see, and Rux taking advantage of a situation like that is going to be able to shut down the Heart Breacher. Ace will go down, and that's also the diffuser drop right outside his, right outside the doorway. Rux will have eyes on that if he spotted it, for that matter. You've got Extreme watching this angle with a castle barricade to protect him as well, as that is being broken. I think it just did by the Buck. We still got the push happening though. That is from the attic, and look at the utility emphasis coming in from the side of defense on the entirety of the site. They know exactly what they're doing. D3 Team Sky, very good strategy that I'm getting to see from them. But I'm afraid Wolf from Esports has been very good with dismantling the side of the defense. That they've been very slow with it. They've been very methodical with it. Even if they don't, they're not the ones who happen to be on the advantage in terms of man count right now. We might see a rather opposite outcome come out of this match. They still got the push happening from Danu. He's just going to take care of all of that utility. The Mira window giving away so much information right now. It's going to come down to a concussed Mira. Extreme being pushed. He's got so many angles to watch out for. Extreme somehow happens to win that fight still. Zofia having to give away a position at that last moment. 1 HP on the man, though the Mira very low on HP. He's still got Danu holding on. There's one. A 3 versus 5. This could go anywhere. People Prax now. He's taking some damage. Here's the Buck with the push-up. Skeleton key in hand. He's going to get the first frag. Does he get the second one? He's coming in the pre-fires, but that's just not enough. Ringmaster and Apal add up to it. It's all on the Vortex once again. He gets one. Does he find 3 more? It's going to be the ace for him if he happens to do so. He's just going to get the finish up on the Jaeger. He's still got to find the Mira and the castle. Will he find the Mira though? Yes, he does not actually. Extreme will make sure he gets him before he goes down. Look at that. Look at that last second. We'll be taking a quick look at that in the instant replay. Right out of a Mission Impossible movie. The play from Mira just happening to get the kill onto the Buck before she happened to go down herself. What a clutch for his team. Just able to turn the side into his own stronghold. The Mira is who we should be commending for that round. Very well played. D3 Team Sky walk away with one more round, and that's going to be the equalizer for them. 2-2, and we're headed to round 5.
I mean, to be honest, the Team Sky do have to appreciate them. Too much risk, especially from the Mira, placing her mirror towards the trophy room to get an angle, followed up with the Goyo shield being placed right behind her to make sure that even if the attic wall has been opened, they would not have those angles being placed. And also, what a play coming in from Team Sky and also from Wolframite. They did try their best to get those kills time and time again, but in the end, it's just going to be the time in which Wolframite Esports have unfortunately lost those 2 special rounds. With it, we will now proceed to round 5. The basement laundry will be the site. We do see the Melusi's Banshee deterrent being brought up. We'll be able to place it in the stairs. One might be towards the meeting hall, and maybe we might see some roamers towards the second floor kids, just like we did see, you know, Team Sky going for that extended roam on the second and third round basement laundry, but they did not, however, succeed against Wolframite. The only side that Wolframite Esports did win was at basement laundry, so there is a higher chance for the attackers to win this round. Or maybe if Team Sky did, however, wins basement laundry and then go back to second floor kids dorm, it might be a 4-2, a very crucial round for Team Sky to win it out. So if they do win the basement laundry, they don't have to worry about it. Although they do need to have they have to worry about the second half where Sky will be on attack. But Danu, ooh, what an angle there, right towards the bunker, taking out Extreme at the entryway towards the boiler. Unfortunately, Team Sky is going to lose one player in the early round, but as he actually sees one towards the big tower stairs, he doesn't have the confirmation just yet. Actually, there isn't any player who is going to be present towards the big tower stairs. There is one who's trying to enter in the entrance door of that specific building. Asset will be able to find one drone, will eliminate it, but will give information to the teammates, to the opposition team of Wolframite Esports. Praxnaf, on the other hand, will her Excaro pellets will be blocked, due to which there is a mute jammer being placed at that exact specific position. What they can do is try to use the hatches to be open towards the meeting room, eliminate those mute jammers so that Hibana will be able to open up line of sight or gain the access towards the electric room. There you go. Praxnaf will be able to use it, opening and gaining an angle towards the electric room, which would give Sky a very difficult disadvantage. Although they still need to worry about the supply wall in which it hasn't opened. And looks like Wolframite Esports might be in a bit of a trouble here.
That might just be the case. You've still got to see the push happen from the one-man loss on the side of D3 Team Sky. But look at this. Danu already on the side. Oh boy. Just the worst way to have my voice break come out. And Sledge does get a frag, but he'll get taken down right on the side. That's going to be from Acid. A very acidic push from him, I guess. It's turned out to be the canisters come out to that help as well. Just able to block off the attackers, able to fend them off onto side. But that push from Danu was commended. A 4 versus 3 is exactly what they happen to find themselves in. Hypnotest is going to deny some lines of sight with the smokes coming in from his side. SUV making the push. Oh, Zofia taking so much damage right now. She's going to go down. Acid is going to spot her through that smoke. The Goya still turning out to be so influential. The vector rather, so close, is going to be very, very dangerous and very scary. Acid will go down, though that's going to be a quick kill. Vortex is going to go down. It's a 2 versus 2. Where are these frags coming in from? That stuff clutch, and this is the peak from the smoke. He gets a shotgun frag. It's all on a Praxnaf. very low rate. Peer 1 versus 2. He finds one. Does he find the second? That's a solo peeler peek, and it will come in on time. And that's the win for the Milusi. Rux gets the kill, and that's the clutch. People, D3 Team Sky get another clutch right on board, and this has been quite the round that we've got to see in Babagusta. Just as this round has happened to show us, and just as the last round has happened to come out to be evident of some stuff, I think we might be going, or we might be looking into a possible overtime match here.
Well, I totally do agree on that, Foxy, because there is, just like I kind of suspected here, since winning Basement Laundry would give Team Sky the higher opportunity to put this first half on 4-2, and since this is the last first half round for Team Sky to be on defense, the site, interestingly, will be on first floor meeting hall. Interestingly enough, most of the time when it comes to my prediction, I said that they will win Basement Laundry, which was half true, but then it just went half wrong after that, because I said that they were going to pick second floor kids jobs. But hey, I mean, sometimes you make mistakes, but you have to just move on and realize that most of the time you do make mistakes. Anyways, first floor meeting and kitchen will be the site for Team Sky. What an impressive performance being displayed here on the side of defense, especially Acid, Ringmaster, and Rux. And also, not to forget about Alpal with an impressive SMG-11 plays coming in from towards Basement Church. Getting those 3 kills was vital, and also a shotgun kill to take out the planter. Although he didn't he didn't interrupt the plant, but still getting that kill was very crucial for them to have the higher chance of winning in a post-plant situation. Well played from Team Sky, but for Wolframad Esports, though, they still have a lot to recover. Since we are about to end the first half of round 6, maybe when Wolframad Esports are on defense, we might be able to see some changes coming in from them as well. Team Sky, we haven't seen any attack coordinations coming in from them. I don't have enough amount of research, but maybe in the second half they might impress me with some incredible skills being displayed from them. Well, the attack coordinations, especially with the drones, will come in to give information. Standard stuff from the attackers here on the side of Command Esports. Praxnap will open up the windows towards the white stairs to give them the access ways, because since the site is on first floor meeting room, they need those access of angles to make sure that if they do be able to drone out some particular place, they'll be able to hold an angle, eliminate the defenders who tries to reposition in a different in a different angle. Hypnotist will be able to use his first thermal breach charges to open up the meeting wall, which should give Sky the indication saying that the push will be in the main entrance. Acid will slowly proceed towards the freezer stairs. He just doesn't have the information just yet. So actually, Extreme has the information with the drone in which Rux stole one of the drones. Actually, he stole 2 drones in which one of the nade will come in from the sledge. Extreme still survives, which would give Wolframad Esports a very difficult position. And talking about it's going to be Rux eliminating Hypnotis right from the main stairs. It's not going to work out well with an instant refrag coming in from Dhanu, taking out Rux. Will be able to instantly equalize the man count yet again, 4-4, and Team Sky still patiently waiting for Wolframad Esports to make their play. Dhanu, on the other hand, will try to get some angles from the second floor itself. Yes, they do need the access of second floor kids dorms, in which Mute is still holding to this very exact spot. Dhanu still needs to be careful here because he is all by himself. He will get some cover though from Sophia, in which she is slowly pushing in towards the second floor to try to have that vertical lines of sight, but they do not have enough amount of time here. 45 seconds left for Wolframad Esports to make their play. They have lost entirely a lot of time, and looks like the meeting hall push is already in from the attackers. They have the access, but doesn't see Acid there, as he's going to claim the life of Praxnap. Praxnap getting a kill towards on Extreme was very vital for him. As Sledge uses his hammer to open up the castle armor to get the access on first floor kitchen. They have access on the side, but they don't have the info on where exactly the location is. Ringmaster goes for that free fire. They have one angle though. Alpha, he doesn't know that there is good from the sledge. As Dhanu gets a double kill, but who has the diffuser though is going to be SUV, who is planning in towards the meeting. It instantly gets denied from the Jaeger on towards the garage. It's not going to go well. He has to go to the front. Dhanu is here for the cover. He needs to get the kill, and if Dhanu gets one, he doesn't get the other from Ringmaster. He sees the last one, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ringmaster with the kills of the MP5K will be able to give Team Sky the win on round 6 first pro meeting. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay as we proceed to the second half, round 7, where Team Sky will be the one on attack. Wolframad Esports on defense, as this site will be on second floor. Kids Dom 2-4 will be the scoreline. A close round that we did get to witness, and a well played the side of Team Sky, and also a very well job from Ringmaster as he gets his 3K with the MP5K.
Ringmaster coming out with quite the performance once again. If you could take a quick look at the scoreboard, Eisen. There we go. Done with 10 frags. Ringmaster on 9 with the follow-up on both the sides. Look at the spectrum that they happen to offer. Hypnotis is not exactly having a great time, but that's okay. This game is just not about kills, and we know that. I mean, we know that firsthand for sure. Coming back into this match, round 7 is underway. D3 Team Sky, they've secured themselves such a nice advantage. Look at the place they happen to stand at right now. 4-2 with them on the second half. It's going to turn out to be a very good first half for them. Definitely a very optimal scoreline you would expect out of a defensive first half. And now Wolframad Esports, though, they're not a team that are looking to fall back. They're just looking to push this even further, and that's exactly what I'd expect from them as well as the defensive rounds on Oregon. It's your time to shine. It's your time to make amends to what you could not do on the attacker side. It's going to come down to an interesting match for sure. The interesting second half. D3 Team Sky, I do not know how good and how potent that they happen to be coming on the side of the attack. So I'll still be looking to see and find that out, but so far, just from the looks of it, on the books, they're looking very good and they're looking very confident. We've got the action phase underway for round 7 as we've got Vergix bringing in the Legion this time around. We've still got Danu running the Valkyrie though. That's going to be so much more information trade-off and information emphasis from the side of Wolframad Esports.
Well, with Rux already pushing in towards the construction and also a good intel coming in from Extreme, be able to take out the drone from the Valkyrie, which would give them the information saying that she is in the meeting room for now. And Extreme doing what he does, parkouring his way from the white stairs towards the balcony of master bedroom, because the site is on second floor CCTV. He needs to use his Selma breach charges to open it up. Rux with a beautiful place of the claymores. Not quite sure it's going to work out well for the suspecting defenders there. If they do, however, seize that claymore, if it does not, though, this is going to be a very huge oof coming in from Wolframad Esports. Rux, on the other hand, will start pushing in towards the freezer. There is one towards the bowler that the attackers need to be careful of. Team Sky with the drone works to be able to find one, and it's going to be Acid with the first frag, taking out Danu. An important kill as the Valkyrie has been eliminated, making it a 4v5 situation. Round 7 looks like Team Sky has a lot of problems to deal with, as Danu with the all chat right sort. God bless me. Let's see how God will bless Danu here as we reach at the 1 minute 12 seconds left here for both these teams. Vergix with the Legion Goo Mine, able to give them some information, and also the Legion Goo Mines to make sure that they will be able to restrict sprinting. But looks like Ringmaster, on the other hand, claims the life of SUV. Already Wolframad Esports in a very difficult situation as it is in a 3v5.
Oh, definitely. Ringmaster already starting things off. Black's never taking some damage, but he'll make sure he shuts Acid down though. It's a 3 versus 4 and it's a fight. It's a fight that Wolframad Esports will have to bring out stronger than them, but Rux, he's not stopping. He's found another, and that's going to be Vergix this time around. Leaving it to Praxnava, Hypnotes, the Mute, and the Goyo left alone in a 2 versus 4. D3 Team Sky so far, they've been merciless. They're looking to make another conversion happen. They're looking to push for that match point. Praxnava with the bait C4, that's going to be a shotgun from Hypnotes. 1 kill in, but Rux is here to answer back. That's a quick refrag. Frax now gets another. He gets one more. That's a triple for the man. He has just turned this into a 1v1, but that's just not enough. D3 Team Sky just comes in. They just swoop in, man. They get the frags in. They have their stuff set right. Look at that. Look at the man just walking on the side. Get that kill and just have him go for the walk in the park outside. What a finish up. What a good finisher to take advantage with style on round 7 in the second half. That's going to be your attacking team once again, people. D3 Team Sky taking this match for themselves. What quite the display of skill that we got to see. just from them, just in general. Usually you happen to see D3 teams coming out with such such an amazing first half, and now you see them taking round seven as well. Boy, I thought we might be coming in with with a very possible overtime match. I talked about this Baba Gusta, but hey,
Mhm.
we might as well be in to see Team Sky taking this match and just happen to smoothen and shine their glory even further.
And yeah, talking about Team Sky though, apparently they're in the seventh position, only being
Hmm.
able to win at least one match. Just trying to figure out which it is as I try to head in deep into the system. Especially, I'm just trying to access the site in which it has all the statistics. But, anyways, as I was talking about the match in hand, Team Sky currently in seventh position, whereas Wolframide Esports surprisingly in third position, winning two matches, losing one on six. Not quite sure who was it though. I'm just trying to get an access here towards on which match that they win. So yeah, I have the access here, and Team Sky did win against Nevermind Esports 7-5. Interestingly enough, and I'm just trying to get the access on towards Wolframite Esports as well. There you go. I have the access as well. They did win two matches in which Wolframite Esports won against Jetter Vuha 7-4, and Wolf actually they did win against Nevermind Esports again 7-2, 7-2, 7-4. But this time, going up against D3 is a difficulty for them because it is 2-4, in which Team Sky is in the lead for 5-2, in which they did win second floor kids on attack. So maybe this might go to the favor of Team Sky here. And if they do win, however, according to the round conversions, they might go in the third position here, Foxy.
Well, anything cannot be said yet. We might see Wolframite Esports giving them a run for their money as well. We might see Wolframite Esports making a possible comeback right now. 2-5 is not a bad position for a team to just happen to wake up. And look at this. They've just got themselves a nice strategic timeout. That's what people, we are taking a pause timer very quickly because we've had a disconnection and a game crash for one of the members of Team Sky. And instead of having to do everything again, we'll quickly just taking a quick break into this. So yeah, meanwhile you're stuck with us. But coming back to where we left off in the match, the 5-2 is a good score, and getting this time to just regroup and rethink into what they want to do. Wolfram at Esports might be able to just give a better fight to what Team Sky has been putting up. But D3 Team Sky has definitely had quite the performance today. You get to see such good stuff come out from them. It's definitely turned out to be a good first half, and I'm glad to see the second half also started off on a very positive note for them. But hey, it's that fight from Wolfram Esports that is still missing to make this match so much more exciting.
Obviously, Foxy. And talking about Wolf from Esports, though, they did just like we had a conversation around, like in the early round itself. Wolf from Esports relegated and also being eliminated from Division 3 itself. They
That's
did
right.
try to come back, winning in the qualifiers phase, then coming back to Div 3, and now going up. Currently, they're in the third position, and they have a higher chances to be promoted to Division 2. Now that dream might go away if Team Sky did win this match against them, because
For
all they
sure.
need is just one single point. And when it comes to the round conversions, all they, I mean, even just by looking at the round conversion itself, 5-2. If it happens to 7-2, Team Sky has the upper score when it comes to not only just the round but also from the round conversions, giving them six. And actually, yeah, 6 points and six, I would say, round conversions. I'm not that good in mathematics. I'm just trying to make sure that I'll be able to give the accurate statistics over there. Getting into third, position is a higher chance. But yeah, Team Sky has a lot of, a lot of objectives in their shoulders there, and also they need to make sure that they'll be able to win it as best as possible here, Foxy.
That's for sure, man. Well, I'll be looking forward to see that come out from them. But hey, Team D3 Team Sky, right now we've still got the last player coming in any moment now, and we'll be heading into the match very quickly. So, but hey, it's been quite the ride. You just as you happen to see Oregon come out to be such a repetitive map, just in general. Once again, we are here on Oregon, so there's nothing new that we've got to see from the teams yet. But it's definitely been amazing to just happen to bring peak performance. That's what we like to see, and the scoreboard has been evident of that as well. The frag power just from both these teams has been focused so much on just that solo fragger that operational role that they happen to be bringing out. Unlike what we get to see a little more in the other divisions, a little more saturated presence of the frag potential, just from the scoreboard. Because we happen to talk about this quite a bit. You come back to a game like Siege, it's never about the kills. It just happens to come down on how you have to establish that team cohesion and work together through it. But I think that's enough. That's enough talk for now, people. I think we'll be taking a quick break. Is that before we head into the match? We'll, we'll be doing that, people. We just got the confirmation from the admins, and quickly heading into the break, people. We'll be right back in a short one. Don't go anywhere.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance. The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with AFK Gaming. You've heard that before. That's right. We took a short break between a match of Wolfram Esports and Team D3 Team Sky. And like I promised, it was a short one. We're back into the match. That's right, people. Right where we left off. No Rios, none at all. That means we'll be able to take a quick look at that colorful scoreboard once again without any repercussions to it. We'll be going into the match right now. That's right, people. Heading into the match. And Baba Gusta, the mic is all yours.
Well, round 8 will proceed. Second floor kids will be the site for Ultimate Esports again. And Sky with an incredible attack coordination that we did get to see in the previous round. They will be doing their work yet again. This time there won't be any changes in their operator selection except Dhanu, which will be the one using the Warden with his deployable shield. We won't be able to see a Goyo being brought up on the side of WLF. Maybe bringing in the Goyo would have been a vital option, but since the attackers they don't have that much of flashbangs except the Alpal, who's playing as the Hibana, has a total of 3 flashbangs. She'll be able to use her flashbangs to make sure that if there's any particular player playing at close range, you'll be able to blind him first and then go for the kill. Flashbangs are very effective in close range, and so does the smoke and the frag grenades, which is in the game. Smoke grenades will be able to block some access, as we see Alpal dealing some major damage towards Vergex, who was in towards the meeting hallway, but unfortunately he will now fall back and be towards the second floor Dom's Mail Hall for now. Since Sky needs a total of 2 rounds to win on attack. The only problem is, will they be able to get it? Is the biggest question. With Wolframite Esports, they still have a lot of work to do, though. They still need a total of 3 rounds on defense to win it out on map Oregon, and there is a higher chances for Wolframite Esports to win it out. But we see Rux playing also very close on the white stairs, will detect the barbed wire, which would give a bit of a problem there, though. But Praxnav, he actually sees the head. Can he get the connect? No, he does not. Rux barely survives towards the hatch, and Praxnav says, well, you did it once, you cannot do it again. It looks like Rux has something else. He will use his breaching charges to make yet another line of sight to eliminate Melusi's, try to take her out by surprise. With it, Team Sky is now having a lot of problems dealing with, starting off with the wall which hasn't been opened. They haven't opened the attic hatch, and neither does the specific room, in which Acid did try to get into a gunfight against Hypnotis, but unfortunately will fail. Hypnotis will deal some major damage, and the Ivana, Zofia was like, you know what, I'm just going to use my impact nades to take out the mute jammers, so that the ace will use its Selma breach charges to make lines of sight and entryway towards that side. 1 minute 12 seconds remaining, as SUV will be the one who's going to go down. Wojcix with an accidental damage towards his former teammate with Hypnotis, where he is in a very with his teammate. I do have to pause this, as Acid decides to push in towards the second floor trophy. They haven't eliminated any single players just yet as we reach to the 50-second mark.
It's going to come down to this bloodbath. 5 men alive on both the sides here. Definitely some of them pick back up on their feet, but it's still 5 hearts beating in the lobby. Or rather 10. There's still got the push-up coming in. Rux will make sure he gets the first frag. SUV goes down. There's still another that he's trying to find. Yes, he will. Look at him threading the needle. There's still got him to find 2 more for that possible takedown on the side. Another one comes around his corner, but that's not going to be fine by him. You're still going to see the push happen from another angle, and there you go. The kill comes in. Where is this happening from? Wojcix gets the kill on the Ringmaster. Alpal gets one extreme onto one other, and Rux with the finish of the 3K for the Ash. And just a beautiful showdown for the entirety of D3 Team Sky. You know what does that mean, Baba Gusta? That means we'll be headed to round 9, but more importantly, it's D3 Team Sky on match point.
Oh yes, D3 Team Sky on match point. I kind of riddled my tongue just out of nowhere, because yes, I just riddled my tongue, our dear admin. As we proceed to round 9, Basement Laundry will be the site, and looks like Team Sky is in match point. We do see 6P coming in from Dano as he switches from the Mira to the Vigil. That means we might see some heavy roaming capabilities coming in on the side of Wolframite Esports. An extended roam, I believe. Just like we did see when Team Sky were the one on defense, Basement Laundry. We did see a total of 2 players, especially the Castle, who did try to control, who did try to, hold on towards Kitchen, and Mozzie, who was on second floor Kitch Tom. Since we do see Wolframite Esports defending on map Oregon, and D3TS, D3TS not being able to lose any single attack just yet, and they are very strong here against Wolframite Esports. Quite an interesting, turn of events that we do get to see from this, godlike team, as I would like to call it, in Div 3. Who knows, maybe when Team Sky does complete more than 2 or 3 matches, who knows, they might be able to promote on Div 2 and go up against the players in Div 1. And yeah, talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, the Season 4 registrations are live, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to head on in, join in the competition, join in the tournament, all you have to do is head on to the Esports Club. Link is in the description, and join in the carnage. Now let's just proceed towards the site of Basement Laundry, as the attackers will now proceed to use their drones to get vital information. But that information might be disoriented, though, because there is the Vigil, who will give a lot of problems on this team, on the side of Team Sky.
That's right, the Vigil is exactly what they've got to be scared of. The push from Dhanu is something that they've not exactly been very great, or rather very good with trying to stop, but it definitely has got to be Team Sky on the advantage here. 6-2 is a very good scoreline. I think what we need to focus on right now, D3 Team Sky, they started off with the rather off balance in their scoreboard, just as you happen to take a look at it in the Season 3 scoreboard right now. Something that they're trying to make amend for it. You happen to go towards the finale week. T3 Team Sky is trying to put maximum potential of theirs on board right now. 6-2 is a very good scoreline. You happen to come out with a little more of that, round differential. It's going to put you up in that scoreboard really well. You don't need to get relegated. Just happen to make it by a very less ratio, but for sure, make it. That's exactly what happens to excite me so much. Division 3 happens to offer such huge stakes. Teams out there just making it into a slaughterhouse of their own, and just trying to stay alive and not get relegated out of the league. Right now, that's exactly what we're going to see from both these teams. Danu, like I said, they've got to be scared of the Vigil. He'll get one frag, and he's moving back. Meanwhile, Extreme will make sure he gets one of his own. Does a quick refrag, but as meanwhile, he's taking so much damage. That's from the canisters. They still got none of the canisters alive though, because Hypnotize will be the one who got taken down. That was just smoke for that matter. They've still got the push happening. 4-4. This round could go either way. D3 Team Sky looking to get this conversion, and they're the attackers right now. The push will come in. Rux gets another. The Ash has definitely turned out to be such an influential player for his team. Trying to find one more. Yes, he gets it. The third comes in. Rux with the plays. The Ash cleans up and wipes the floorboard of Oregon with the bodies of the defense, except for that Praxnav. He'll get the frag and the refrag as well. A 1 versus 2. Totally doable for the man himself. He's going to try and get another. Yes, he will. He's turned this into a 1v1. The plan will not be stuck. And Acid sticks it. He gets the kill. And that's the track, people. That's the play from D3 Team Sky. They don't walk away with this. They don't let the opponents walk away with this. What a match that we just got to witness. A sweep, in fact. 7-2. Just amazing. Just clean up.
Oh boy, what a match we did get to witness, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to D3 Team Sky. And look at that scoreboard. 13 kills to Rux, 10 kills to Ringmaster, 11 kills to Dhanu, and 10 kills to Praxnap on the side of Wolframite Esports. What a way to end of the match. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have one more match left to go. And it's going to be Nevermind Esports going up against Throw Syndicate. But before that, we still have this popular a popular thing called as Relive the Moment, as we go back to the rounds and basically talk back and explain about exactly what just happened for a total of 9 rounds. So talking about it though, a 7-2 scoreline.
I honestly think, Babu Gusta, more than the popularity of it, it's just that we like to go into the story time telling of taking a look at the highlights. And it's always good, You happen to look at stuff like this, the highlighted match we got to see from D3 Team Sky. Just amazing. What a performance. 7-2 walking into this match. Not what I was expecting. Let's take a quick look at the highlights right now, people on your screens. Excuse me there for that little stumble. But yeah, we're here taking a quick look at the highlights. That is, like we talked about, D3 Team Sky. They came out more than just strong, able to take out advantage on so many positions that Wolframite was just not able to do so many, I would say, fundamental stuff. So many things they just could not get through. Praxnav had his own moments of shining, but hey, it was him always left alive towards the end, and that's not something that you happen to talk about. And look at this play from Rux. Rux happened to pop off, man. Today we saw some really good stuff from this Mozzie, and it's just not that play from him as the Mozzie. We saw him come out with some amazing plays. Other than that as well. And then, oh boy, on this ace, he was on fire this round. He got this just right out of the way with my Esports, but feeling that momentum, D3 Team Sky made sure they shut that down very quickly. So having to make sure that everything happens to go right and in their favor, D3 Team Sky showed us that it does not matter if you're not able to accumulate so many points towards the start of the season. You can still make up for it in the finale week as well, and that's what I'm getting to see here. That relentlessness, that really huge want of just staying into the league. You want to make sure that you don't give away a spot to somebody else. This comes at a cost, and it does happen to come down with a huge grind. So speaking of which though, D3 Team Sky trying their best not to join their names in the list of the season 4 registrations. But speaking of which, people, season 4 registrations are live, so make sure you check that out. That's right, you can be a part of this action. There we've got solo registrations and team registrations, but as I was busy trying to plug in the registrations, I happened to miss talking about this amazing moment of performance from the side of the defense. Just D3 Team Sky came out with more than just what we expect out of a team. They came out with some beautiful cohesion between the teammates. We saw some good communication go down, and I say good communication obviously not because I've heard them, because I can see what's going down. We are always seeing so much information traded off. That refract potential, beautiful. That's what we like to see, and that's what we saw. D3 Team Sky, a very well-deserved victory for them, and I think my man of the match would be Rux, and it would be Rux, and I keep forgetting his name. Why am I doing this to myself? But Ringmaster, yes, Rux and Ringmaster. So it's just confusion as I happen to take a look at the 10 people in the lobby quickly. So, but yeah. It was it did turn out to be quite the show of display of skills from both of them. Rux and Ringmaster will be walking away with more than just the victory. They'll be walking away with my respect as well. They had they put so much. They carried out the heavy lifting part for their team. But that was the second match for the day, people. We saw 2 amazing matches come out. Division 3 does happen to be full of surprises, but hey, that is that. We'll be headed to the last match, and my personal favorite, Nevermind Esports versus Throw Syndicate, will be coming on your screens in just a bit, people. After this short break, stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host Foxtrot, and joining me is my co-host Baba Gusta. And sadly, we happen to be bearers of well, very obviously sad news because I said sadly. But coming into that about that, we've had Nevermind Esports a little busy with their stuff as that is being handled by the admins. But overall, we've just gotten information the match will be shifted to an off-stream match as to accommodate the players' request, and just happen to make sure the integrity, competitive integrity, stays at the maximum. So that'll be it from us today. We got to see two amazing matches. Nevertheless, it was definitely a fun day from the side of what we get to see from Division 3. We got to see some really good turnarounds. D3 Team Sky getting a good shutdown, and well, the first match was in a treat on itself. That was it, people. That'll be it from me and Babu Gusta, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Sayonara.